The only way to make sense of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. The more it tends to be permanent, the more it tends to be lifeless. No valid plan of the future can be made by those who have no capacity for living now. We are an aperture through which the universe is looking at and exploring itself. We cannot be more sensitive to pleasure without being more sensitive to pain. Man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun. Trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth. The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain, so obvious, and so simple. The more we struggle for life as pleasure, the more we are actually killing what we love. Things are as they are. Looking out into the universe at night, we make no comparison between the right and the wrong stars. Life is not a problem to be solved, but an experience to be had. To remain stable is to remain in motion. The desire for security and the feeling of insecurity are the same thing. The only zen you can find at the tops of mountains is the zen you bring up there. Life is a series of natural, spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrows. The ego is nothing other than focus on conscious attitude. Real religion is the transformation of anxiety into laughter. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. If you sit quietly and observe, you will find that most of what you think you are doing is really happening to you. There will always be suffering, but we must not suffer over the suffering. The more we identify ourselves with the image of who we think we are, the more we are trapped in our own suffering. You don't look out there for God, something in the sky. You look in you. Life is like music for its own sake. We are supposed to dance while the music is being played. The future is a concept. It doesn't exist. There is no such thing as tomorrow. To have faith is to trust yourself to the water. When you swim, you don't grab hold of the water, because if you do, you will sink. To understand the meaning of life, one must first break free from the prison of our own thinking. Our real work is to look inward and learn how to awaken ourselves. You and I are all as much continuous with the physical universe as the wave is continuous with the ocean. Waking up to who you are requires letting go of who you imagine yourself to be. Your body is not a thing, it is a process. It is an ongoing process of growth and change. When you stop opposing reality, actions become simple, fluid, kind, and fearless. Hurrying and delaying are like ways of trying to resist the present. The world is filled with love play, from animal lust to sublime compassion. The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain and so obvious and so simple. You can only know yourself as you are in this moment. You are the function of what the whole universe is doing, in the same way as a wave is a function of what the whole ocean is doing. To be free from convention is not to spurn it, but to be deceived by it. Stop measuring days by degree of productivity and start experiencing them by the degree of presence. When you find out that there was never anything in the dark side to be afraid of, nothing is left but to love.